spoke about it before, I'll speak about it again. There was this experiment with these kittens kept in two different test groups, isolated test groups. The one group had visible horizontal lines, so there's no visible vertical lines at all, just horizontal. The other room only had visible vertical lines, no visible horizontal lines. And since the kittens were like super small, they put in there each of those rooms, kind of messed up experiment actually. And basically they found out that like the kittens that didn't grow up in the room with the lines that weren't visible in the room couldn't see them as their brain had developed. So because in the kitten's brain developmental phase, it wasn't exposed to a certain visual element within its reality, it was actually unable to see that when exposed to it after the developmental process. So that shows that our perception based on our beliefs creates huge dimensional perception blockers, is what I like to call them. So I can see lots of stuff, like, right, I can see energies, memories, visions. I've seen a lot of stuff, jeez. And the human perception is extremely limited. There's so much more happening around you and inside of you that you can't see, right? So much. And that's what happens when we open our perception up, open our mind towards new realities and possibilities. Then our perception starts. So those kittens, if they could think, let's see, well, babies or whatever, and they grew up and then they thought to themselves, well, oh, I've only seen horizontal lines, let me see something else. Maybe there's going to be something else, and then start seeing eventually diagonal lines and then vertical lines or whatever. Right? That's what happens when you open up your mind, you open up your perception. Because when you're born, based on all the beliefs you have and everything you've been told, you've got ideological perception blockers that are literally blocking your internal inner vision perception abilities or interdimensional perception abilities. You know, seeing the invisible world around us, which is quite insane. Not gonna lie. Beautiful, but jeez Louise, hectic. In a good way. I mean, it's just perplexing. Hidden in plain sight. There's so many, every dimension is within this dimension. So it just comes down to your perception based on what it is you're accessing, which dimensional realm you access, basically. But it only goes up, the scale, you know, up, down. And up is divine, divinity, God. You know? So you got to open up your perception to that. Remove those perception blockers. Start seeing, opening your eyes. In order to start noticing what's been in front of you the whole time that you never noticed before. That's when your perception starts getting enhanced. Your intuition too starts getting enhanced because of your enhanced perception. So this level of being able to enhance your perception doesn't end. It continues forever. So that's why I always stretch every single belief it is that I have to the max. The faith the size of a mustard seed can move mountains. The faith the size of coffee cups, as I say, can rearrange entire universes. If you like this video, click like, subscribe, head on over to Patreon. Thanks, guys.